Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
I'm Tim.
Tim, how are you doing on this week?
Tom, crappy.
Crappy?
Yeah, crappy.
Oh, no, Tim's down in the dumps.
I am down in the dumps.
Well, don't bring that shit attitude to this show.
Oh, come on, you don't have to curse.
Well, look at, what does the sign on the wall say?
No shit attitudes on the show.
Yeah.
Keep your shit in the hallway where it belongs.
Yeah, you know how much that sign costs to get made up with all the neon and everything?
Yeah, it's every letter is a different color.
Yeah, very expensive.
Does that make a neon sign more expensive?
Does that make a neon sign more expensive? Does astronauts go to the moon?
Some say...
Not anymore, but they did.
Well,
it makes it more expensive, Tim. Different tubes. I want to hear your conspiracy theories about the moon.
All right.
You know they're gearing up to send a private rover to the moon? Like the first...
dog?
No, Tim. Like the first private company, non-government.
Oh, yeah, I heard this.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about that like that's some big deal. I'm on record, Tom, you know. Going to the moon seems boring and useless, and it's the last thing I'd ever want to do.
Even for a robot?
For a robot, sure.
The thing I don't understand about it is they're like, oh, they have to get approval and blah, blah, blah. Who's going to stop them? Just send something to the moon. Who cares?
Yeah, but if you start shooting off rockets in, like, North Carolina, the government's going to be like, hey, what are you shooting these
Yeah,
for?
but you can be like, nah, we're not going. This one's not going to the moon. And then by the time they realize it's going to the moon, too late. What are they going to do? Send up astronauts to go get it?
Maybe. You saw
stop that
Armageddon.
rover. Stop that rover from going to the moon. We haven't been to the moon in 40 years.
Well, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, do we, like, own the moon?
No,
like,
nobody owns it.
So, like, who cares? The government can't be like, stop, right?
Exactly.
And number two, if you want to go to the moon, fine. Do whatever you want up there. It stinks. It's boring. It's gray. The only leisure activity they have there is golf.
Yeah.
Boring.
I'm starting to realize, Tim, why you lost out on that job for the head of NASA with that attitude. Did you say these things in the interview?
Pronounced Nassau, Tom.
Well, why are you crappy, Tim?
I just everything in the world is BS, man. Do you ever have an existential crisis for no reason and realize, like, everything I've ever done or will do is insignificant, and the same is true for everybody, and I'm mad at anybody caring about anything right now because we're all just insignificant specks, and we're here for such a short time, and this is what we're all trying to do with it.
Wow, that's some heavy stuff to start off a podcast about buffalo wings. Tim, I don't know how we're gonna go from there. Maybe this episode in particular will reaffirm.
Well, Tom, I mean, I'm not gonna
reinvigorate your lust for life.
Are you thinking that maybe we'll start talking about buffalo wings? I'm like, oh well, no. There's an achievement. There's something.
Yeah.
Here's where I can make my mark. Maybe I can win a buffalo wing sauce contest in freaking upstate New York.
They don't have sauce contests, Tim. They have buffalo wing contests.
Yeah, but what's the difference between the wings
Oh,
and the sauces? Look.
No, there's a difference with I don't want to start off on the topic too soon here, Tim, but of course there's a difference.
We're talking about my general malaise here. Let's not Let's not lose focus.
Exactly.
Existence meaningless.
Uh-huh.
All of us useless.
Mm-hmm.
We're running around like chickens with our dang heads cut off.
Buffalo chickens.
Tom, I swear to God.
I'm just trying to go ahead.
And it's all for everybody's with their concerns. Oh no, the stock price is going up. Oh no, the stock price is going down. Oh no, the Gawker media is gonna sell for $6 million instead of $8 million. Who cares? Everybody.
Mm-hmm. So this is all the news that you're consuming. Tim, I don't even want to tell you about the other bad things that are happening in the world if this is what you're so upset about.
Those bad things, those are legit.
Those are legit.
The things that I see
people...
Wait,
the
like,
how much Gawker's selling for is legit? Or...
No. The things of, like, people that we're
like violence and
lives
stuff.
hang in the balance, and that stuff matters. And thank God we don't have to deal with that. But why isn't everybody that I know in New York just happy all the time?
Well, maybe
just stressed all the time. We're all so stressed and anxiety-ridden and mad at, like, even our friends all the time. And why are we doing this?
I'm not mad at my friends all the time. You're mad at your friends all the time, Tim?
We hate everything about everyone we ever meet.
I mean, I'm not...
All food tastes gross, so we have to spit it out.
What? All food tastes gross.
The only thing that makes you feel good is whiskey.
Yeah.
Why? Why aren't we all just living it up?
Living it up? Well, how would you live it up if all food you have to spit out?
Yeah, no, I'm saying all food should taste good to me. It's plentiful.
Yeah, eat
and
it.
nutritious.
Yeah.
I should take a bite out of a mango every day and thank whatever that I have access to this mango. But what am I? Oh no, gotta file this report.
I have to go to a restaurant, and when I get the mango, spit it out.
Yeah.
Right in front of them.
Yeah, spit it right on the waiter's shoe. It's, the mango.
Ah, that's fresh. And that's fresh.
Yeah.
Double entendre.
That's a very clever waiter.
Well, I only go to the places the most clever waiters.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any suggestions how to get out of this
This
malaise?
rut? I have no idea, Tom. It's just bumming me out. You know what the thing is? I can't even
This happened just because it's cloudy today?
Maybe. I was trying to I was watching clips of funny things that usually bring me joy.
Like
right?
what, Tim?
Like comedians, stand up.
Oh, really? I would think bloopers.
Oh, bloopers might.
Yeah,
might
that
get
might
me
be
out of it.
why. Tim, come on, go watch some bloopers.
Today, no comedy is funny because I'm just these are just people trying to make jokes. They're wasting their time just trying so hard. I'll mathematically find out the best way to get a laugh from people. It's just just live your life. Don't try to make me laugh. Just try to make the people around you happy with your love.
Wow. Well, why do you assume they were trying to make you laugh? Maybe they were trying to make the people around them happy, Tim. Maybe not everybody's exists just to be your court jester.
Well, then that's gonna if I start thinking that way, and then I'm really gonna get upset.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can't believe that you were watching funny clips to try and make yourself get out of this, and you didn't watch any bloopers.
Yeah.
Because Tim, the thing that's great about bloopers is people aren't trying to do anything.
Yeah, it's just real life happening.
It's just,
man.
hey, man, you know what? That's some of the realest stuff comes out of bloopers.
I really do think I'm having that cliche, guy in a movie realization of man, none of this is real. This isn't reality.
What, like the Matrix?
Kind of what inspired the Wachowskis and the Truman Show screenwriters. I believe that was Jim Carrey who wrote that movie. They had this realization, man, it's all meaningless.
It's all fake, man. It's all a TV show.
Here, I'll write about it, and then they
we're all
do their
batteries, man.
Yeah, we're all batteries.
The Matrix. Everybody was a battery.
The Matrix.
You never saw the Matrix? What?
And also, I understand, and I probably have seen it. I think I fell asleep during it, but why is The Matrix some movies you never saw The Matrix?
Well, because when it came out, it was very popular.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you had you're not a real person unless you've seen it, but it was very popular. I'm surprised you avoided it.
Do you think that would make me happy?
Maybe.
I didn't avoid it. I just didn't.
You just never got into it. Yeah. Tim, why don't you stay over tonight? We'll have a slumber party and we'll watch the Matrix trilogy. It gets better and better as the movies go on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, now...
it's one of the few trilogies where it's well, I don't know how they're going to top that. And then you watch the next one, you're like, oh, my goodness, they topped it.
Well, that sounds good, but I really wish there was some sort of, ancillary stuff that would really add to it.
Oh, there's all kinds of
without
ancillary
the actors from the movie, or
Yeah, no, there's a video game that has different people in it that are in the movie for like a minute.
I'm listening.
Jada Pinkett Smith's one of them.
Really?
Yeah. And then there's like an anime that they made of just all shorts.
They bungled that, huh?
Well, they just bled that thing dry.
That's
they
what
were
they
like,
do with
Well, the weird thing with it was that first movie was an unexpected hit, I think. And then they were like, all right, we're going to lay low for like 2 years. But when we come back, holy hell, we're going to have...
And I'm not saying the Wachowskis. They should get theirs, man.
Right.
You do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
But the studio...
Yeah.
Like, couldn't they be like, oh, we
Warner
read
Brothers.
these scripts, and these don't make any sense.
Yeah, but they were, you know what?
You think the Wachowskis were like, bullet time. We'll put more bullet time in there.
Hey, as long as you put more bullet time in there, I don't care.
We got those rigs with the 100 cameras in a circle.
I imagine some executive at Warner Brothers like chomping on their cigar and going, well, this shit don't make a lick of sense to me, but neither that other one.
Yeah.
So
My
here you
grandson likes it.
My grandson, he can't get enough of it with his hacking and his wearing tiny glasses and a duster.
Tiny glasses.
They wear like tiny.
I never
Yeah,
saw the
they
film.
wear like the John Lennon glasses
Ugh.
when they're hacking, or not when they're hacking, when they're going to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie had it all: extreme violence against innocent people. But it was fine because they weren't really innocent, Tim.
And bullet time.
There were batteries and bullet time. Yeah, had bullet time too.
We should try to incorporate bullet time onto this show.
How would it work? It would just go around a sound. It'd be like raw.
Surround sound.
Surrounds. Well,
We do mix this down to mono, though. That might not.
yeah, the files would be a lot bigger if we mix it into surround sound.
I think
And I don't think it's really something people are clamoring for, to be honest with you.
they don't know. We weren't
That's true. We
in
weren't-
the way back in 1998, where we like, man, I really wish I'd see more movies if only they had bullet time in them. We didn't even know about it. We didn't know it was available to us.
It's also stupid that thing was called bullet time when the only thing it had to do with a bullet was that he was being shot at.
Yeah, but it's like time, and everything went fast as a bullet, right?
No, everything's slowed down. It should be called like circle time.
Circle, yeah, but circle time sounds like.
Doesn't sound nearly as dangerous.
Yeah,
as
it sounds
bullet
like.
time.
All right, kids, time for circle time.
Yay! All right, kids, time for bullet time. Ooh, look out.
Yeah, that's not.
Well, I mean, they were trying to make it sound like something for kids, one way or another.
That's good.
Yeah.
PG-13 or R?
R. R rated. I think they were all rated R.
Good,
Yeah.
because I don't want my kids seeing bullet time.
Your kids haven't seen it either?
I don't know. I don't know what they've seen. I haven't seen my kids in years.
Yeah, but I mean, they're really into the hacking subculture. I'm surprised that they haven't seen The Matrix.
When I say they're into hacking, they smoke so many cigarettes that they're always like.
All right, Tim. Well, if anything's going to get you out of this this rut, it's talking about buffalo chicken. Buffalo chicken wings. Buffalo wings. Buffalo.
I think I have the solution to my rut.
What's that?
Just stop caring about anything.
Yeah.
Right? If everything's meaningless, the only way I'll be happy is to embrace that
Uh-huh.
and just embrace what's happy, what's not meaningless.
What?
Watching the Matrix films, probably.
Yeah,
That
Tim.
might
Well, it's going to give you a whole new perspective on everything.
It'll at least take a few days of my time to get through everything.
I mean, it's not
right?
going to take a few days. It's
Because
3
I want to
movies.
digest it.
Yeah, you want to really think about it.
Yeah, I don't want to go right into The Matrix 2 after The Matrix 1.
Yeah. I'll tell you what
Or-
kind of perspective it will give you. Bullet time perspective.
Wow.
Tim, you'll be able to look at the world and go
From all
from
this
all
is what I
angles,
want.
slow and
Yeah.
from all angles.
Yeah, it's a new look on life. You're not You're not, oh, I'm seeing everything from just one view, man. No, you're getting a 360 or close to it.
Yeah, I don't think they could do the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. Cured.
Great. So this week we're talking about buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Well, here, it's tough to say what we're talking about. What are we talking about? Now I'm getting all existential because we're talking about the buffalo wing flavor.
Wait, what?
We're talking.
I thought we were just talking about buffalo wings.
No, man, we're talking about everything it encompasses.
The buffalo wing culture.
Buffalo wing culture, yeah.
Which, sad to say, is like kind of a thing, right? Like people are a little like buffalo wings are kind of like too much an identity food. Like it's too much like cool bros and sports and wings, man.
Yeah.
We have some brews.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, and it's just a piece of chicken. With
just
some
a
sauce.
piece of chicken.
It is just a piece of chicken. Sorry. You're really into wings, aren't you?
I am. All right, we'll get into that. I want to start off just for people who are listening and going, well, I had to listen to 15 minutes of this guy sound like he's going to hang himself. And then they jump into buffalo wings. Guys, I don't even know what buffalo wings are. Buffaloes have wings?
All right. Get that out of the way.
I want to talk about the history of buffalo wings, Tim.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want to talk about history? Oh, typical millennial. You have no regard for
no respect for anything that came
yeah,
before
no
me.
respect for history.
As far as I know, buffalo wings were always here, and they were always totally extreme, and that's all I want to know.
Look, Tim, buffalo wings don't have to be extreme.
Yeah, tell me a context in which buffalo wings are not portrayed as extreme.
Once in a while, my mom would make them for dinner, and she never portrayed them as extreme.
She's one of the most extreme ladies I've ever met, Tom. She's always crushing Monster Energy drink cans on her head.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with it, Tim. That's completely outside.
She was screaming at the top of her lungs and flexing her muscles.
And putting the buffalo wings in the oven via bungee jumping into right next to the oven and then sliding them in.
Yeah, which is really cool because then she'd go outside and do an ollie on her, her skateboard.
No, she wore soap shoes.
Soap shoes?
Yeah, remember those things?
No. Were they anything like Nickelodeon moon shoes?
No, Tim. You don't know soap shoes? Oh, man, you're so square.
Yeah, see, there's the thing.
What?
Sorry, I never saw The Matrix and don't know what soap shoes are.
Yeah, you're the worst cool 90s teen ever, or early 2000s. They were the shoes that you could grind.
What?
I mean, you couldn't grind the shoes, but you could wear the shoes and you could grind things. You are looking at me with the most confused expression.
What are
you, from Moss?
What context are we using grind in right now?
Skateboarding, bro.
Like going down a railing?
Yeah, you could go down a railing with these shoes.
I could do that with regular shoes.
No, you can't do them with regular shoes.
Why did they call them soap shoes?
Because they were like soaped up, man.
You just slip?
You
slip around?
Yeah, they were slippery shoes. They had like a little
shoes. I mean, I guess they're pretty extreme.
Yeah, slippery shoes. That's the most extreme. That's like I'm gonna be extreme 24/7.
Yeah. All right.
Who knows when I'm gonna slip? No, they had like a kind of like a groove in the middle, and then that was I guess it was like metal or plastic, and you could like wax that.
This is dumb.
I mean, there's a reason why you don't see them anymore.
Most fads for kids and teens are dumb.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't know. I'm not getting mad at it. It's fine.
People older than us think moon shoes were crazy.
Now, those people can go right to hell. Nickelodeon moon shoes changed the face of footwear forever.
Not really.
I'm anti going to the moon because... Why go to the moon?
Why bother? It's a lot of trouble.
When you could bring the moon to you with Nickelodeon moon shoes.
It's like that old false thing about we spend millions of dollars inventing a space pen. The Russians just use pencils. We spent all that money going to the moon. The Russians just invented moon shoes.
Yeah, sold them to Nickelodeon.
Yeah. Anyway.
The Germans.
And Germans?
Nickelodeon? Is that a German company?
No, it's not a German company.
It was.
They're owned by Viacom. No, I don't think they ever worked, Tim. Why would it have been a German company?
I don't know.
Anyway. So,
Look it up, man. This is one of those things.
I'm not going to look it up right now.
You mock me about, and then we get an email from a loser with an actually, Tim was right. It's like, thanks, but you don't need to write a podcast about this.
Anyway, Tim, buffalo wings.
Yeah, tell me the history of
older
buffalo.
than you would think. Nobody knows exactly when, but there are several different claims.
Like Samuel L. Jackson.
Anyway.
What? He's way older than you think.
How old is he?
He's pushing 70.
That's not way older than I think. He's been around forever. I buy it.
Yeah, but he carries himself like
Yeah.
a man in his early 50s.
Yeah. He's aged very well.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
He's older than many would think.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, Tom. You just said that buffalo wings are older than I would think. Guess what? I think they're 1,000,000 years old. So are they older than that?
No, they're not. No.
Tim, so you were wrong.
Less than 1,000,000 years old.
So Samuel L. Jackson isn't older than you think, and buffalo wings aren't older than I think.
One of the more prevalent claims is that buffalo wings were first prepared at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, New York, which would explain where the name comes from. By Teresa Bellissimo. Bellissimo. Who owned the bar with her husband, Frank. Several versions of the story have been circulated by the Bellissimo family and others.
I'm always skeptical of these people that claim things for their family.
Like what? What's another example of that?
You know what? Turn on the Food Network for any one of those we invented gravy fries here.
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't. My grandfather, he came in, and they have this whole story about how in the 40s, this guy was the first guy to put gravy on French fries and then put mozzarella cheese on it, and then and they're so proud of it. It's like, no, you weren't. You were the first people in that town, probably, but it was the 40s. Nobody knew what anybody was doing more than 100 miles away.
I know somebody who comes from the family that invented the grandma slice of pizza.
See, that's BS.
No, because they have to license it.
Yeah, so they patented it. They stole it from some poor grandma. I invented a pizza for my family.
Yeah,
and then they're like, give it to me, Grandma. And they took it right down to the patent office.
Yeah.
Actually, the grandma probably went to the patent office, and this family had a guy working on the inside.
Right.
Paying him off.
Well,
they're like, the best pizza that somebody brings in.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you $50 if you put my name on that form. Erase that grandma's name.
Well, what she should have done was take a slice of that and mail it to herself.
Yeah.
And then you've got it postmarked and sealed. And, if it ever comes up, you can be like, well, I'll open it up. And
so many people were doing that, Tom. I'm not sure if I should save this for amazing facts. So many people were doing that the post office actually made mailing pizza to yourself illegal.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's quite a drastic step.
It is.
Yeah. It seems almost unnecessary. So here's one of the versions of the story, Tim. You know what I want to know what you think. Which of these stories? This is crazy too, because they're all coming from the same people. These people got to get their story straight. Okay, the first one. Upon the unannounced late night arrival of their son Dominic Bellissimo, with several of his friends from college, you know what that means. Teresa needed
they were stoned on
PCP. Teresa needed angel dust, Tim.
Yeah.
Teresa needed a fast and easy snack to present to her guests. It was then that she came up with the idea of deep frying chicken wings, normally thrown away or reserved for stock. They would just throw chicken wings away?
They're pretty little.
And tossing them in cayenne hot sauce. So that's one.
Okay. Cool origin. I'm glad we talked about this instead of talking about Hooters like I want to talk about.
Well, wait a minute. Dominic Bellissimo, Frank and Teresa's son, which you might remember from earlier, told the New Yorker reporter Calvin Trillin in 1980. It was Friday night in the bar, and since people were buying a lot of drinks, he wanted to do something nice for all of them at midnight.
Oh, Dominic is like, my mom's lying. I made him.
He wanted to do something nice for them at midnight when the mostly Catholic patrons would be able to meet again. He stated that it was his mother, Teresa, who came up with the idea for chicken wings. So he still says it's her idea, but the circumstance is different. But then here's
but Tom, who cares?
Well,
who cares if this lady made them for some college kids or some old drunks?
2 more claims.
Oh, 2 more?
There was a misdelivery of wings instead of backs and necks for making the bar's spaghetti sauce. Oh.
Never eaten spaghetti sauce again.
This bar would make spaghetti sauce, and they're like, you know what? We need chicken backs. Faced with the unexpected resource, Frank Bellissimo said that he asked Teresa to do something with them. Hey, Teresa, do something with these.
Do something with these wings. Tom, these origin stories are boring.
Another claim is that a man named John Young served chicken wings in a special mambo sauce at his Buffalo restaurant in the mid-1960s. Yeah, that's the other one.
Okay.
And marketing materials for Frank's Red Hot claim that it was the hot sauce used in Bellissimo's original recipe.
Frank's Red Hot's pretty good.
It's a good sauce.
I'm not a guy that has... Like, some people have, like, way too strong allegiance to, like...
certain hot sauces?
Certain hot sauces. Like,
yeah.
Oh, only eat this hot. Shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. And why is it that spicy foods are, like, tough guy foods?
Because you gotta be tough to eat them, Tim.
No, you don't.
You gotta be tough. I used to like spicy food a lot, but I can't eat it anymore.
Oh. Why? Is it too much going down, or is it too much like an hour later?
Too much going down. I never think about later when I'm eating, much to my detriment.
You know, I've never really thought about every time I don't feel well,
mm-hmm.
I never think back
to,
an hour or two.
What you were doing.
What did I eat? What did I do? It's like weird. This keeps happening.
Yeah, no, it's just eating all those chicken wings in a sauna. I don't feel so good.
So you're not tough anymore, Tom.
I don't think I am tough anymore. I can't eat, I still like spicy food, but it's got to have like very, very, very little spice. There's like a very narrow threshold.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
And that's reasonable. I don't understand the people, and I guess it's like a young man thing, a young man's game to be like to prove how much hot stuff you can eat, and like, guys, that doesn't make you cool. Fellas, it's what's in here and here. Not what's in here.
And you pointed to your head, then your heart, then your belly.
Yeah. The belly is the unimportant one.
Right.
The head and the heart.
In that order.
Mostly the heart. I would go heart, head, belly.
Then what?
Butt.
Yeah. You wanted to talk about Hooters, though. Was that the only reason you wanted to do this episode? You just want to talk about...
No, here's the thing. There is like this kind of bro culture around buffalo wings.
Yeah.
Where it's like, hey, we'll start a restaurant and they'll be known for wings, but guess what they'll really be known for? Objectifying women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
also owls.
Owls, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I went to Hooters a couple times in like high school, right? I think you were there on those trips.
I can't imagine I would have gone, Tim.
Why?
I hate women.
No, that's why people go to
Hooters.
Hooters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. No, I remember. Because that was like when you were in high school, like...
you hate women, but you like treating them like garbage.
Yeah, no, Tim, I don't like any of those things.
Because like we went there and we were
icky.
like, oh, we're going for the wings, right? And like they make up this lie about like, oh, we have the best wings, and that's why a bunch of aggro pervs come in here for the wings. Not because we mandate that every scantily clad waitress has to like sit on your lap while you're ordering. I hated that. And we were a bunch of gawky freaking teens going in there like and this poor girl had to come and like pretend that she wasn't disgusted by our acneed faces, and like be like, oh, yeah, I can.
No,
bring
see,
us like subpar wings, and we'd be like, oh my god, this is what being a grown-up's like all the time. I bet
I'm gonna come here for dinner every night when I'm a
Yeah.
grown up.
being grown-up's gonna be great. You're not gonna have some weird crisis in your mid-30s where nothing means anything anymore.
Well, it sounds like, Tim, maybe you need to just get back to basics. Go back to Hooters.
If I
Get
if I had to
everything
go to
reset.
Hooters tonight, that'd be the end of me. That would push me over the edge.
Well, so you're telling me you're not going to come for the traditional after recording Hooters dinner?
Tom,
They're holding a table
our
for us.
post-show Hooters excursion is traditionally off the record.
Yeah.
No, we don't bring it up.
But,
This isn't
well,
show talk, Tom.
I would never bring it up, Tim, but what you're saying is unprecedented.
Tom, we're hypocrites. We talk about things on the show like they're bad,
Yeah.
but really we do them in real life
and then
because
we
think
laugh
they're
about
good.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We laugh. We're like, oh, those squares. They think we were serious
Yeah.
about respecting women.
Well, we're both eating wings, each of us with a waitress on our lap.
Yeah. Can I have to go to the bathroom? You stay here on my lap.
Oh, I thought that was one of us saying we had to go to the bathroom.
No.
Can you get up? I have to go to the bathroom. No, I've been to Hooters a few times this week, and now I've been there a few times in my life, and I've never, and I kind of take it as a point of pride that the waitresses always seem really into me. that I've never been like flirted with in the least at Hooters.
Maybe because you've made them uncomfortable with your staring.
You sure you don't want to order anything, sir? No, thank you. Just water. No, like when we were teenagers, it was obvious that we were gonna, when they came around for orders, we're gonna be like, what can I get with this much money? That
Yeah,
like we were big spenders there.
Yeah, she didn't have to butter us up for a tip because we weren't tipping. We didn't have money with which to
Yeah,
tip.
or like we didn't know you had to tip. We were like, no, that's what it says.
One time I went to Friendly's with AJ,
Yeah.
and we thought the rule of thumb was when the check came, it's half the tax you leave as tip
Instead of double the tax.
instead of double the tax.
Right.
And some woman, I think she was like in her probably early 20s
Uh-huh.
at the next table, heard us discussing this
Uh-huh.
and was just like,
You idiots.
guys, it's double the tax.
What?
This poor woman, like,
Did you guys spit out your fribbles?
Well, we were just like, oh, we don't have that money, and this woman paid the tip for us.
Aw.
Yeah, she was very nice.
Yeah.
And that woman today, Michelle Obama.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's only a few years older than you.
Yeah, apparently.
Huh.
I was a baby when this happened.
but eating by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember going to Hooters with you when we were in high school.
You got stuck in Toronto one time.
Oh yeah, I got stuck in Toronto one time. Have I told this story on the
I
podcast?
think numerous times.
I got stuck in Toronto. There's no place to eat. I had to go to Hooters. And even then, actually...
Even then, that story doesn't make any sense or add up.
No, it does add up. Because I asked the hotel, what you guys got to eat around here? And they were like, nothing. And I was like, what's around? And they were like, you can go to the strip club or Hooters. I was like, well, I'm a gentleman. I'll have to go to Hooters. Thank you. But even then, I thought, like, all right, I'm in my late 20s. Like, surely now I'm pathetic enough to be flirted with. Nope. Still nothing.
Maybe it's just you look dangerous.
Ooh.
Like the manager's like, "Hey, ladies, I know you probably don't feel comfortable making eye contact with this guy. This guy looks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
like
with
the
Tom,
lowest
like
of
he
the
knew
low.
my name. My reputation preceded me at Toronto's Hooter.
Toronto's Hooter.
Toronto's Hooters.
But
They probably thought, like, look at that dangerous American.
here's the thing.
We don't
Tom.
get many Americans in here.
Yeah, I mean, I bet they do.
I mean, it's Toronto. It's very close to the border.
Yeah. Hooters
Mm-hmm.
has been overtaken as Wing King.
By Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah. Tom?
Mm-hmm.
BW3.
Huh?
They called it BW3.
Why?
Buffalo,
Uh-huh.
Wild, Wings, and Weck.
Weck?
Weck.
What?
It's some sort of sandwich that they have upstate. And these guys,
Uh-huh.
they opened up the first Buffalo Wild Wings,
Mm-hmm.
but they called it Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck.
What the
They're just
hell is Weck?
Right?
I've never heard that in my life.
It's some goddamn regional sandwich. These guys weren't thinking franchise at first.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings rolls off the tongue, and then you had and Weck.
Yeah.
These
and
guys should have
Weck.
been stripped of their business before they even got it off the ground.
But you don't know what Weck is?
It's some sandwich.
I know you keep saying it's a sandwich, but what about it?
It's like beef on some special kind of bread.
Oh, come on. You don't need all that.
I mean, I like sandwiches. Tom.
Well, I mean, sure, that sounds fine, but the draw is Buffalo Wings.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't need
Tom,
Weck.
all right, hold on. Let's get something out of the way here.
All right.
Are you a wings guy?
Yeah. Although, you know what? I don't order them that much because they're messy.
You know what? I hate being around anybody eating a buffalo wing.
Well, you hate people eating in general.
Yeah, but I especially hate people getting sauce all over their freaking face and hands and going.
You know, like,
And,
sucking
oh,
on
they-
bones.
They're it's so tiny, so they got to get their hands in and it's just like they're constantly licking their fingers, and they're just like it's so good. They're like they become experts at like getting every little piece of meat off the bone.
Like a surgeon.
Yeah, and it's they take pride in the fact of, yo, look how much meat I got off that bone.
Yeah, suck that bone
Why don't you
dry.
just eat a chicken breast?
Yeah.
You get all the meat off real easily. You don't have to disgust everybody with your gross mouth noises.
Well,
Ah,
I've got two things to say about that. One,
I'll eat 2 dozen more of these.
One, like when I was a kid, I would not I'd be very cavalier about how I eat chicken wings. Where I would
leave a lot of meat on.
I leave a lot of meat on the bones because I was kind of like, I don't care.
Yeah,
There's more chicken wings.
it was only 5 cents anyway.
Yeah.
I saw the menu. I saw the sign outside. 5-cent wings.
So that's one thing. But then two is, oh, and by the way, all right, let me say two. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Oh, you're
Getting
so
too
excited. You're all sweaty.
Two, I like buffalo flavored things more than buffalo wings. So,
Okay.
like, if you offered me a buffalo wing chicken breast, thanks. I'd rather that than wings.
Just a chicken breast with buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I get mocked all the time when I go out
Mhm.
with my wing buddies.
Yeah.
I do go out on I go to BW3,
Mhm.
which I think now is just B double dubs, right?
Tim, I don't know.
We have like a standing every month or so wing night.
Yeah.
Less so now that
Oh, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
I thought you were making a joke, but
No.
no, this is true. I've heard about this.
And
I've never
everybody
been invited,
Gets
even
wings.
though it's with other people I'm friends with.
Yeah, sorry, Tom. We don't like all your. No, that's not true. We just don't like you. Always get mocked because I get the boneless wings,
Yeah.
which is like chicken tenders that they just they cut them small,
Mm-hmm.
they fry them up,
Yeah.
they put the sauce on them. I can eat them like a normal
With a
person
knife and fork.
without having to get sauce all over my face. Without having to work to pick off the bone around all this cartilage and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So, I'm the one being mocked. Has this world gone absolutely mad?
Well, Tim, maybe if you invited me along once in a while, you'd have a comrade in arms there.
No, Tom. Because here's the thing:
Mhm.
classic bully move. You'd just take their side, even though you agree with me.
Yeah.
And you'd be the loudest, most merciless one out of all of them.
Like, yeah, and I'll have wings. No, I was gonna say the thing with like 5-cent wings. They do not like if you go to a place that's like 5-cent wing night. They do not like hot shots coming in there.
Like what?
hot, like coming in being like, yeah, I'll take 100 wings. They're like, oh, come on. You can't be serious. I'm like, yeah, it's not that much money.
That'll be $5,000 because they're also bad at math.
No, because it's what, $5?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, $5. It's fine. And when they're like, oh, come on, it's too much, I go, 200.
Oh, this is you.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I take another $5 bill out. And
Wow.
I'm like, I don't care. You're not going to eat them all. I don't care if I eat them all.
Take
300.
Take another $5 in dimes out of my sock.
You know, here's $50. I want 1,000 wings.
Do it.
Do it. Get back there. Get back there and chop up those chickens.
And then when they come, you just sweep the plate onto the floor.
I'd have to like really push because that'd be a lot of wings.
Yeah.
1,000 chicken wings.
I don't know. Tom,
Mm-hmm.
I just think anybody that's really into buffalo wings is probably like a criminal in some way, right? Like has urges that like
you're buying into the marketing of the chicken buffalo chicken bad boy.
Yeah, that's true. You know what mitigates that though?
What?
Like everything is like, and it's also part of my nightmare. But it's like, yeah, I eat this hot thing. The hotter, the better. Bring me your hottest thing. Something that will kill a normal man. Or even if a woman even looked at it, she'd start crying, right?
Yeah, but she'd really admire a man who ate them.
Exactly. And it's like, and make sure you have some celery.
Uh-huh.
Make sure you have some
celery and carrot sticks.
And like that's salt in the wound for me when watching people with their mouth noises, and it's like they finally stop and then chomp down on the loudest vegetable.
Yeah.
Ugh. God, these people.
And then they pick up the bowl of blue cheese and they go suck it all up.
Yeah. And then it's like another round of
blue cheeses, please.
Yeah, and they also drink beers because
Yeah.
they're hoodlums. Well, that's pretty cool.
They're hoodlums.
They're degenerates.
Tim, we prefer the term buffalo wing bad boys.
It's fair.
BW double Bs. Tim, I've got a few more notes about buffalo wings I'd like to address.
More origin stories?
No, not more
How
origin.
This one family like, oh no, it wasn't college kids, it was high school kids. Oh really?
No,
oh,
Tim,
tell me more.
I'd like to tackle some of the big issues here, some of the big questions. Maybe this will help your malaise
All right.
by finally confronting the big issues here.
Maybe this will give my life meaning.
What do you think about people who are like, you know, it's better than blue cheese ranch dressing?
I think you're looking at one right now.
What? Oh, Tim, this was, you know, I thought finally we would agree on something.
Well, Tom.
What?
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Cool it. I prefer the way one thing tastes to it the way another thing tastes.
But this is one of those things where I feel like you'd be like, oh, only trash people think that.
No, you know what? I used to. I actually recently came around on blue cheese. I like it, but I used to just not like the taste of it.
Yeah. It's an
And the fact
acquired
that there's
taste.
chunks of goddamn mold in it.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Well, yeah, it's cool to eat mold. Mold can kill you.
Blue cheese can kill you.
Some mold can.
And I don't think yeah, some mold, but I'm
not in the business of eating moldy things on the off chance that it won't kill me.
And I don't think anybody's out there going, it's cool to eat mold.
Well, you're saying it's cool to eat blue cheese, and that if
I'm
you eat
saying
ranch,
it's good. I'm saying I think anyone who prefers ranch with buffalo wings, they've fallen prey to some idiot somewhere along the lines going, what's that stuff? Looks like ranch dressing. Okay, I'll use ranch dressing then.
what the hell are you talking about? What guy is this? What guy?
Just
are you
some
making
dumb
fun of?
guy. Just some dumb guy who didn't know it was blue cheese dressing and thought,
No, I know it's blue cheese, Tom. I prefer ranch dressing,
right.
Because I want a white sauce with it, right? Because that's
yeah,
what you want.
yeah. No, you want blue cheese.
No,
That's
you
what I'm
want something cool to counteract the hot. It's
Yeah.
it's fine. It's
But
okay.
I think it's just somewhere along the line somebody said,
You don't
blue
think-
cheese is too expensive or it's too hard to get. Just put some
blue cheese. Oh, we can't find blue cheese dressing anywhere.
In the beginning, I'm sure you couldn't. Because what were they using blue cheese dressing for before buffalo wings?
Salads.
No, it came out after.
I don't know. Maybe.
I
don't
mean,
know. You don't have an origin story of. You don't have 4 different conflicting yet very, very similar stories about the origins of blue cheese dressing.
I'm just saying this family should have got together and agreed on what the story is before they go out there.
Oh, I'm with you, but like I thought these were going to be wildly different, or at least one of them would be interesting.
I'm just saying this family should have gotten together, 3 of them, and gone, look, we don't really remember. Let's just, all right, let's talk about.
Yeah, they all give the mom credit. That's cool.
But let's talk about for 5 minutes, because guess what? There's going to be a bunch of other bozos out there saying that they invented it. And it's not going to help our case if we're out there telling different stories to the Today Show.
The man from the New Yorker is going to be here in a half hour.
Yeah.
Let's spend 3 minutes.
Get our shit together.
Yeah.
I didn't know buffalo wings were that old. I felt like it was something that started when I was like a kid, but they predate me.
Yeah. What year was it?
1980 was this New York. It was like the mid 60s is when it sounds like.
I would have thought they were older than that.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
No, it's meat with hot sauce on it.
Yeah, but nobody was eating chicken wings, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's weird, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially in the Depression, they use every part of the chicken.
Yeah, the one story about we wanted necks and backs, and all we got were these useless wings.
Yeah.
But
Tom,
yeah, but people who eat ranch dressing with it are garbage people that should be thrown in jail.
Such a dumb. Are you also one of those? Oh, you never put ketchup on a hot dog. You make me sick. That's sacrilege right there. Like these guys on Food Network with they go, oh, we visited this crappy low rent hot dog stand in Illinois, and the guy's like, I don't put ketchup out on the table. Some people bring their own. It's fine with me as long as I don't see it. But if I see you eating the ketchup on my hot dogs, you're getting kicked out of here.
You know what?
Shut up.
Hot dogs are great, but hot dog is the quintessential garbage food.
Oh, yeah, but buffalo wings need to be... Oh, no, it needs to be
they're
paired
a delicacy.
With a fine blue cheese.
Yeah, an aged blue cheese.
Anything that's 5 cents a piece. That's why that people prefer chicken necks to.
You don't like anything aged either.
What does that mean?
I have the feeling that
I like a fine wine.
You don't like a fine wine.
I like Samuel L. Jackson.
All right, you've got me there. He's better than ever. My other pet peeve that I'd like to just say is, while I have the floor, I don't like wings that are too wet. I like a dry wing.
You like a dry rub wing?
I like a dry rub wing.
Oh, well, I think a lot of people would disagree with you.
You know what? I like wet wings too.
You just said you didn't like a wet wing.
I'm just saying I prefer a dry
wing. This is the part of the
wing.
show where you start your third beer and contradict yourself like literally every 5 seconds.
I like a wet wing. Buffalo's wild and wet wings. Let's start a new restaurant.
And Weck.
And no Weck, Tim.
I wish Buffalo Wild Wings and Weck just got rid of the Wild Wings. Kept the
Buffalo Wild Weck.
Yeah, no wild. Just Buffalo regular Weck.
It's weird too that the most famous place to get buffalo wings is a restaurant basically called Buffalo Wings.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, you know where the best place to get hamburgers is? Ham Wild Burgers.
Yeah, but like McDonald's hamburgers.
That's not the name of the restaurant.
Burger King.
That's true.
That, from what I understand, the king of all the hamburgers.
Have you seen now they have a Whopperito?
Yeah, enough. Nobody wants a mashed up gross Whopper patty in a...
I feel like Burger King's really floundering right now. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
They got to get new management in there.
You know what, Tom?
Mm-hmm.
I think you and I could turn that place around.
We definitely
in
could.
a second.
Yeah. Guys, stick with the Whopper. Burger King's the only place...
Tom, I don't think they've gotten rid of the Whopper.
Oh, the Whopperito isn't replacing it?
Oh, man, imagine they're like, no more burgers at Burger King. Everything's going to be a burrito for him now.
Donald Trump would walk into office.
Yeah.
Look at this. They're replacing the Whopper with the Whopperito.
Yeah.
Walk right in.
Come for the assassination of the Burger King.
Yeah. It's time we overthrow this Burger King. A coup.
I'm not saying, but I'm saying.
Burger King is the only place that I go to. I don't go there often, maybe once a week.
It's the only place that you go to?
No, it's the only place. If I'm going to leave my house, I'm going to Burger King.
Once a week?
No.
Okay.
But whenever I go to Burger
You say that as a joke now?
Mm-hmm.
There was a time in my life, high school.
Yeah.
Let's go to Burger King 3-4 times a week.
Oh, yeah. It was a great place.
It was a great place just to meet people. Just to meet
Just
singles.
to get out and, go to singles night at Burger King.
Yeah.
And meet yourself a Burger Queen. Or a Burger Princess. Make her a Burger Queen.
Well, you weren't the Burger King.
Not until I met my Burger Queen.
You were lucky to be welcomed into
I was a burger sire.
the kingdom.
Yeah.
You were the burger jester.
That's not bad. At least it's got a job.
Nobody respected you.
Burger King?
That's why we don't invite you to Wing Night. We don't want you.
When you get the type of reputation you had at Burger King here. That's why we can't go to Burger King anymore. No, Burger King's the only place that I go to where I look at all the fancy marketing, the crazy new things they got. I go, you know what? Just give me a Whopper, man.
Yeah.
Whopper
Too
with
gimmicky.
cheese. Yeah.
For Tom Reynolds to say, too gimmicky.
Well, and you know what?
GD Farm,
I don't go that often to Burger King, so when I do, I'm like, yeah, I want a Whopper. Whopper's a great sandwich,
Whopper,
guys.
I don't even know her.
Lean into the Whopper.
Yeah. You just all Whoppers.
All Whoppers. Change your name to Whopper King.
Well, no, Burger King is good. So a Whopper's still a burger.
Burger King and Whoppers.
Remember when
like Buffalo Wild Wing and Weck, Burger King and Whoppers.
Well, I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings got rid of the Weck.
Yeah. Burger King and Weck.
There we go. Remember when McDonald's started Mighty Wings?
Yeah.
And then they immediately flopped?
Yeah. They're well, Mighty Wings, I feel like they've had a bunch of times throughout the years. They keep trying to all right, maybe now's the time.
They're so cheap and garbagey. You can buy a chicken wing, for less than 5 cents, presumably.
But I would not want to get those because of Birdie from McDonald Land.
Why?
Because she's got wings.
Yeah, Tom. She's also got chicken.
Yeah, but it's far enough removed. It's like, well, I'm not seeing the part of Birdie that they're making into nuggets.
Yeah, but you eat a Whopper, and that's made from the flesh of the king, the Burger King.
What, really?
Yeah, that creepy king.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, but they don't kill him. They just
he regenerates.
Yeah. Okay, so to correct myself from earlier, Tim, I like a wet wing, but I like a dry wing.
You could just say and or I like wings.
Also, I saw a recipe for buffalo cauliflower that looked great. I like buffalo flavored anything.
Mm-hmm.
I like buffalo chicken. I like buffalo pizza. You know what I would like?
Buffalo pizza has buffalo chicken on it.
You know what I would like to see that I've never seen?
What would you like to see?
As far as buffalo flavored things
naked
go?
Lady.
Oh, well, that goes without saying. A buffalo chicken.
What?
Make the whole chicken buffalo.
Like a live chicken?
No, not a live chicken.
Oh, I thought you meant like
no.
dunk a live chicken in a vat of buffalo
Yeah,
sauce.
not like tar and feather a chicken, but with
Well, he's already got the feathers.
right. Don't buffalo sauce a chicken.
Yeah.
But buffalo sauce a chicken, then cook it. Wait till it's dead.
Like a roasted chicken, like a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
But I bet you could get that somewhere.
Yeah, or fry the whole chicken up. I don't care. Look, I don't want to know.
You just want the neck and the back.
I don't want to know the details. Just give it to me. Buffalo chicken stuffed mushrooms. Those sounded great. I like buffalo pretzels. Buffalo shrimp. I love. Buffalo shrimp are great.
Okay.
Bennigan's. You ever been to Bennigan's?
Tom, you talk about Bennigan's like it's freaking Xanadu. Like it's.
It kind of is nowadays because there's so few of them left.
I don't think there's any Bennigans.
No,
left
there's
up.
a few left because I looked into them and then I started going down a rabbit hole about franchising my own Bennigans.
Yeah, because like Bennigan's is gone, man. Those are like weird holdouts.
Yeah, good for them. I'd like to join the fight with them.
Well, where are they located? I'll go.
They're
to
like in the middle
Bennigan's.
of nowhere.
All right, let's take a road trip to Bennigan's.
Oh, I'd love to get some buffalo shrimp. If I got all the way there and they didn't have buffalo shrimp,
That shrimp is probably from 1987.
that's fine.
You want to solve a problem?
Yeah.
Hello, welcome to Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems.
Yeah.
Tim and Tom and Weck Solve Your Problems.
I don't. W-E-C-K?
Yeah, you look it up while I read this thing.
All right.
If you have a problem you'd like us to solve, email us at thecompleteguidetoeverything@gmail.com. Tom,
Yeah.
this week, this fella doesn't want us to use his name.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call him
Roger.
Roger. Hey, Roger. Roger that. Dear Tim and Tom, there is a man in my workplace with anger issues that really, really wants to be friends with me. He's also more than twice my age.
Okay. Wait, with what issues? Anger issues?
Anger issues.
Okay,
Sorry,
great.
I got you on the Weck trail.
Yeah.
We'll get to Weck after this.
Yeah.
Let's solve Roger's problem first.
Okay.
Man in my workplace.
Hopefully his problem isn't that he doesn't know what WEC is.
Now he's 50. Now he's 53 years old.
Okay.
French Algerian,
Mm-hmm.
and he constantly calls and texts me, mostly because we share the same heritage and even come from the same region,
Mm-hmm.
both in France and Algeria. Cool. He always comes by my desk and repeats the same stories and awkward silences. That's weird. Like a story that's paced exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like it's like a one-man show or something. He's also attempted to have lunch together more than once, but thankfully every time he called me, I was already having lunch, so it's easy to politely refuse. I try to get away from my desk as much as I can, but when he doesn't see me there, he just calls me.
Mm-hmm.
Added to that, every time he tells a story about how he got in a fight with someone, he gets in a fit of anger and starts yelling really loudly, gesticulating everywhere. I always try to divert the conversation from any bad memories of his. But a couple days ago, he was telling the story of how he argued with a man that cut in line in front of him. This sounds like our show. This is like what I deal with you.
Yeah. Did you just start a podcast with this guy?
And he got so angry, he grabbed a colleague by the suit while yelling. And even though he had just bought it and was really happy with it. So I don't know.
Suit?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
He wrinkled the man's suit, it sounds like.
Yeah.
How can I let him know that I really don't want to hang out with him? I'm a big fan of the show and longtime listener. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, we will, Roger.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Mhm.
I've been like the young guy in an office when there like are a lot of like
Older people.
older people there.
Mhm.
And I always find it weird when like a guy in his like late 40s or early 50s would be like, I'm going to hang out with like the 26-year-old or the 25-year-old.
Yeah.
It's like, why don't the other olds like you? Like,
Yeah.
why do you have to come hang out with like the lower class, the little guy here?
Yeah, and I think it's mostly just that when you're older, because I'm noticing this increasingly, I can only imagine once I'm like in my 40s or 50s, that those other people, when this guy tried to hang out with them, they went, fuck off, get out of here. They were like, oh, I don't care what you think about me.
Yeah.
I have no interest in hanging out with you. Go away.
Yeah. It sucks that he has something in common with you because I don't
Yeah,
think it's
'cause
not
then that's
possible to
hard.
change your heritage, right?
It's very difficult.
A lot of surgery, right?
A lot of, yeah, you'd have to get a bunch of surgery, and then you have to be like, oh, psych. You'd have to be like, oh, I got that surgery. This is actually the second time that I'm getting surgery. I got the first time because I want to look French Algerian, but that was all a lie. And now I'm,
Oh, I wasn't even thinking looking. I was
Oh.
just like, they'll take the part of you, like out of
Do
your
you
heart.
understand what heritage is? Oh,
don't.
out of your heart?
Yeah.
Oh, because it comes from your heart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you could just tell the guy that happened.
Yeah.
Oh, they took that heritage out of my heart.
Yeah, you have to make like it's also difficult
Hmm.
because this guy's a crazy person. So
Yeah.
I can't just be like, "Hey, just act crazy," and just be like, "Cause he'll
No,
probably
he'll be like,
me.
"Oh, I like you even
yeah,
more."
You like to fly off the handle for no reason too?
Yeah.
Great."
Well, that's what makes it a difficult situation. Like, I'm not even really thinking about the fact that this guy's like twice his age.
Right.
I'm just thinking nobody wants to be work friends with the crazy guy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like, if you're young too at work, like don't like. They're gonna put you in one. Like the higher ups are gonna put you in one of two buckets.
Mm-hmm.
The normal or the crazy.
Yeah.
If you start hanging out with the craziest guy,
No.
that everybody else has cast off.
You know what? Right now, though, this guy, Roger, he's listening to this and going, yeah, guys, I already know all this. That's why I asked for help. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be put in a bucket. I'm already put in a bucket because there's probably not that many French Algerian people working at this place, I'd assume, if this guy's latching onto him
Right.
so hard. So they're already, and then it's going to be, those two crazy French Algerian guys always sprinkling suits.
I assume he wrinkled the suit. He just grabbed another guy's
Yeah.
suit.
I mean, it sounds like he's doing a pretty good job ignoring him. I'm amazed that he hasn't gotten suckered into lunch with this guy yet.
Yeah. I'm not a proponent of any coworker having your phone number, but that might just be part of the job.
Part of the job. Yep. Could be.
Right? Like, would you give your phone number to any coworker?
If I like them, yeah.
Very few coworkers have my number. Nobody can get in touch with me, and I like that. But I
Yeah.
guess that's not conducive to a good work place.
Yeah, you know what, though? I was thinking the same thing, though. I was like, yeah, I only gave, like, people my phone number when I liked them. But then I remember there being situations when I worked in an office where somebody'd be like, oh, why don't you call text so-and-so, get them come hang out or whatever. I'm like, oh, I don't have their phone number. And they're like, you've worked with that person side by side for like 5 years. I'm like, yeah, but I don't have their phone number.
Yeah. But that's not a bad thing.
No.
I don't know. What can you do to drive this guy away? You can get him fired, but like...
Yeah, but that's a whole to
Yeah.
do.
Can you get someone fired for wrinkling a suit?
No, but I mean, it sounds like if this guy's what?
Call your boss over. Make sure this guy comes around, and then get this guy riled up about a guy that cut him in line, and maybe he'll grab your boss.
Yeah, and maybe he works for like one of those big companies where like it's a big deal when the boss comes in.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh.
It's a big deal when the boss gets assaulted.
He works for one of those mamby-pamby companies.
Yeah.
That's
I
like,
walk into work
don't
every
assault the
morning.
boss.
Slap my boss right across the face. And I say, hey, this is how things are going to be today.
Oh, all right, Mr. Tim. Yeah. Yeah, set up some kind of elaborate trap to get your CEO assault. Like I'm just imagining like an older, little bit overweight, bald white guy that's just like coming in like, oh yeah, right away, Mr. Johnson. Like, whoa, yeah, and then yeah, you've got to distract him. You've got to get him over. He's like, this better be good, Roger. Or this better be good, Robert. And he's like, actually, it's Roger, sir, but, and then you get this.
I don't care what it. Well, it's Robert now, right?
Then you get this other guy over and you go, how was, hey, did you get coffee this morning? And he'll be like, whoa.
Oh, no.
What?
Hopefully, this annoying guy doesn't know what the CEO looks like because he's a nut.
He's probably not paying attention, yeah.
Yeah. But.
Crazy people at work, by the way, like never know the hierarchy
Exactly.
of places.
So here's what you do. You schedule your CEO to come by your office somehow. That's up to you. I don't know the structure of your company. I don't know how you make this happen.
Right.
But give yourself some time because you're going to need to find an exact lookalike, a looky-likey of your CEO. Now, you need to also trail your coworker for a couple weeks.
There's a lot of work there.
Figure out his routine. You know what coffee shop he goes to? Great. Now, you
I
have
see
this
where
look-alike the morning of at the coffee place, blatantly, rudely cut in front of your coworker, and then when your coworker probably. Look, there's one of two ways this can go. He's probably too much of a coward to actually say. If it's anything like the cutting in line stories we get angry about here,
right?
Too much of a coward to say anything. Either that, or he'll start a fight with the guy. In which case, the lookalike should antagonize him more and then run off.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out an extraction plan for that lookalike,
Right? But
and that goes for any case of using a lookalike.
Yeah, you
always have an extraction plan.
But the most important part is before he goes off, he continues screaming about something, right?
Yeah.
Like he further riles him up.
Yeah, and he's
trying
like,
to make this
"You'll never catch me, you coward."
Yeah, trying to make this as close to the meeting or the serendipitous meeting that you've engineered in your office where your CEO is there. I guess it doesn't even have to be in your office specifically.
No.
He just needs to be on the premises, and you have to figure out a way to get them to meet. Maybe a birthday party for Gail in accounting.
Yeah.
And
she's always having birthdays.
Yeah, and like the CEO will be like, I should probably come down for that or whatever. You know, you might have to sweet talk the CEO's assistant for a few weeks, really become good friends with him or her, and then just be like, hey, you know what? Gail's been here for 20 some odd years. It's going to mean a lot to her. Guess what? There's no party. So the CEO's going to be pissed anyway. Oh, and guess what? You'll also say, oh, you know who set up this whole party for Gail? And then it's this coworker,
guy,
right? So the CEO goes there. There's no party there. He's pissed.
Yeah, because
now
he's
pissed
cake.
at this coworker.
Yeah,
this coworker comes in. He's pissed at the CEO for cutting him in line at the coffee place not 20 minutes before. Little does he know it's just a looky-likey. And then he starts screaming at him. They start screaming, and boom! Before you know it, they're both out of your life.
Yeah.
Probably ends in a murder suicide.
He wanted to get his boss out of his life too.
Yeah, exactly. Well, everybody wants their boss off their back.
Yeah,
right?
Man. That's why I go to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
Finally blow off some steam. Get away from the old boss.
Sports and
eat some wings.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty solid plan, right?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty easy.
I mean, it takes nothing in life doesn't take planning.
Right, and hiring a few
identifying
actors.
and hiring lookalikes.
Yeah. I mean, how often in your day-to-day would you say you hire actors to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
for non-entertainment purposes.
Several times a week. Yeah, for plans, for schemes.
Yeah, come on. You just incorporate into your normal actor hiring routine.
Yeah, I don't even really think of it as actors, really.
No.
It's they're performing a service.
Yeah.
They're not useless like actors, just reading lines. No, they need an improv background.
Yeah.
Start hanging around the improv clubs.
I get a lot of I hire a lot of stunt people for my day-to-day.
Well, that's just to add some spice and excitement to your life, right?
Or just, if I want somebody to know, I mean business, what better way to let them know than have them see me push somebody out of a window?
That's true. You should also try hiring, I do this sometimes, 2 guys to carry around a big plate glass window just around, the sidewalk where you walk a lot. And then just make sure that's, breakaway glass. Then if you see a pretty girl you like, Tom?
Yeah.
You can pretend, you can be like, stop, thief, and pretend like you see somebody stealing something, and you blast through the
and what, the pretty girl's going to be like, wow, that guy ran through glass?
Yeah, to stop a crime.
I think she'd probably be like, what an idiot. What is this guy, a bird? You didn't see that glass there?
No, you just keep running.
Well, then how am I going to get her number?
You turn the corner.
Uh-huh.
And you come back.
Oh, and he hands me the purse?
No, there's no. You only need these 2 guys, this is the budget way to do it. You come back around.
I'm always looking to save money.
A little out of breath. But tussle your hair just so, like, you know.
Like I had run far.
Yeah. And then you come back, you're like, whew. It took a lot. That guy was pretty tough, but I got that woman her purse back. Hi, I'm Tom. And then you introduce yourself. And then she'll be like, man, you ran right through that plate glass window that happened to me. And you're just like, yeah, I had. You got to do what you got to do.
And what are the glass guys doing at this point?
They've gone. They're sweeping up the glass, probably.
But they're not mad?
They're not mad. You stopped the crime.
Yeah. Well, they should come over and shake my hand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. They maybe present you with a medal.
All right. If you have a problem you'd like us to solve, you can email us at completeguideeverything@gmail.com. You can find out more about the show, tcgt.com. You can find our tour dates for September in Edinburgh and London at tcgt.com/tour. Still tickets for those shows. You can follow us on social media. Facebook.com/complete guide. You can follow us on Twitter at complete guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
You can follow me on those things at your pal Tim.
And if you'd like to support the show, besides coming to our live shows,
come to the live shows, guys.
Yeah, come on.
King's
You're
Place,
somewhere in
Scottish
the World
Storytelling Center
with a Sentre.
Well, let's see. Usually the word center.
No, they did it different this time.
Why
do you think I pointed it
Storytelling
out?
Centaur.
Centaur.
It's really, it's an impressive centaur. It tells all these stories in a very impressive accent.
Scottish brogue.
Yeah.
You can support the show by going to tcgt.com/Amazon to do your normal Amazon shopping. We get a little bit of a kickback. It's super easy. But if you're into fun, tcgt.com/pledge, where you can become a Patreon supporter and get a bunch of cool stuff like amazing facts, a weekly mini episode. This week's episode is about brain
facts.
Yeah. A bunch of fun stuff.
Yeah. Everybody will learn a lot.
Yeah. And if you're thinking, well, I learned more than I could have ever imagined.
I learned more than I bargained for.
Yeah. Well, you should become a better bargainer. Become a better negotiator. Anyway. I thought this episode would make me hungry for buffalo wings in the end, but I'm not really.
Yeah. I'm still mad that you took such a hardline stance for people that prefer ranch dressing over blue cheese dressing.
No, that's honestly, that's one of the hardest stances I'll take in anything.
Well, that's pathetic.
You're pathetic.
Why can't people just like what they like?
Because it's wrong. It's stupid. Don't like it. It's stupid.
So much of what we all love is stupid
Ranch
and wrong.
dressings for drinking, not for wings.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mixing in with your eggs in the morning. I bet people do
Ooh.
that. I bet that's probably going to be pretty good.
Well, I bet you could probably do that with just like the packet. Just the seasoning.
No, come on.
A little bit, not a lot.
Okay.
Not like the whole packet in one egg.
Yeah,
That's going to be gross and probably
powdery.
Yeah, but like a little bit, just a hint of ranch in your eggs.
Just a hint of ranch in everything.
Yeah. I like eating eggs with buffalo sauce.
Tom, I think we've established that you like the taste of buffalo sauce.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I'll eat anything. That's what I saw. There's a buffalo cauliflower. It looked delicious. And I like cauliflower to begin with.
So how is this surprising at all?
Because it just never occurred to me. It never occurred to me to do both these things. You could feed me so much poison if you just put buffalo dressing on it, buffalo sauce.
Why wouldn't I just poison the sauce?
That's a good point. I guess in a way you would be. But I'd prefer that you just season the poison.
Wait. Season the poison?
Yeah. Don't put poison in the sauce. Put sauce on the poison.
What do you think poison is?
It's like a
mold.
No.
Put mold in your dressing.
It's gonna be like a beaker, and there's smoke coming out of it. And it's bubbling.
You squirt some buffalo sauce. What is buffalo? Just hot sauce?
Yeah, it's just hot sauce. Frank's hot sauce.
Nice.
A lot of times, but sometimes others. Cayenne. It's cayenne pepper. It's cayenne pepper and butter. That's what buffalo sauce is.
I've made my own buffalo sauce, Tom.
Oh.
Don't condescend to me. I've also made my own ranch dressing. These are both true facts about me.
How'd you make the buffalo sauce?
Butter and cayenne
pepper.
Yeah, or Frank's Red Hot.
That's not Tim. That's Come on.
Tom,
You're using
it's
hot sauce.
paleo friendly.
Yeah, but you're not making your
I
own.
used ghee, actually. Or clarified butter. I guess it's the same thing.
Well, which one was it? Clarified butter or a karate outfit?